So today's video is something that every Marymount student has to do twice a year, and that's register for classes. Now, I know it might be a little scary not knowing what to do and all, but rest assured, it's not that scary. It's pretty easy, and as some of the students compare it to the Hunger Games, may the odds be in your favor. Okay, so here are some do's and don'ts for registering for classes. Number one, do not stress about it. Now, I should be taking my own advice because I stress about it way too much and I need to not stress about it. So that's something I need to work on myself. But don't stress about it. No matter what, you're going to get into the classes that you need to get into and you're going to be fine. You're going to graduate on time. That's number one. Number two, plan ahead. If you want, it's a little difficult when you're first coming into Marymount, but once you're here and you start taking the classes that you need, you can start figuring out where you need to be and plan ahead for the next couple of semesters. Speaking of planning ahead, meet with your academic advisor. When you come to Marymount, they assign you with an academic advisor for whatever major you are. Since I'm a double major in psychology and criminal justice, I actually have two advisors, which they're both very sweet and very helpful. You go to them, they will help you. They're not here to make you stay longer or anything. They're here for your benefit. That's pretty much what they're here for. And so you have to meet with your advisor anyway, because once you get to know the registering process, you will have an active hold to meet with your advisor. So either way, you have to meet with your advisor, even if that's you just handing a list and saying, "Hey, these are the classes I'm planning to take," because as your advisor, they have to take off a hold, because if you do have the hold on, you can't register for classes. So that means check all holds, financial holds, and academic. I don't know, there might be more. I'm not sure. Another tip, don't do what I did and base all your whole schedule around one single class that is only being offered at one time. I learned that the hard way this semester because I knew I had to take abnormal psychology, and I was like, okay, this is going to be my main class. I'm going to plan all my other classes around it. And I did that, and I didn't have any backups. And this past week, when I went to look at the classes, there were only 8 spots left. And there are a lot more than 8 people at Marymount. And so I was freaking out, and I had to email the professor because I was scared I wasn't going to get in. And like I said, I didn't have a backup. So don't do what I did. Don't base your schedule around one single class. Speaking of backups, that means have a real plan, better plan than I did, and have backups. Like, okay, you might not be able to get in this one class, have a backup of that class. I had to do it last minute, an hour before registration, and that is not a good feeling. Not a good feeling at all. Lastly, even if you don't like staying up late, the night you're supposed to register, make sure all your holds are off and everything, and at midnight, you hit submit. Get all your classes ready to hit register so you can just submit them, and then you have to play the waiting game because then it's out of your hands, and then, voila, you'll be registered for classes. Lucky for me, I ended up actually getting all my classes, which surprised me because at the time I hit submit, there were only 6 spots left in that abnormal psychology class. Do you know how lucky I got? Like, I might have not gotten in, and then luckily I came up with a backup plan, but if I didn't have that backup plan, I would have been in trouble. So, again, backup plan, and don't base your classes around your schedule around one class. So that's like the 101 on registering for classes at Marymount. Again, it might seem a little frightening and overwhelming at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's really easy. And if you need help, your advisors are here to help you, your professors, your friends, even come to an upperclassman, because we'd be more than happy to help. Because I know when I was a freshman, if it wasn't for my upperclassmen friends, I would not have known what I was doing. So, thank you guys again for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. Okay, bye guys!